Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Poor Decisions. We are back with a new episode. My name is Anna,
I'm Anissa. Alicia.
and
Sorry.
we are here to chit chat about our week and some of the hot topics that have really been all over media, social media, all week long.
Lovely. Lovely stuff. Firstly, I will literally say, I feel like it's got to that time of year, obviously, where the time's winding down. So I feel very crusty just in general.
I wouldn't say crusty. I feel more so cold. Like to me, this week with all the snow, it's just not it. Like I'm not a fan of snow. I know a lot of people are. I hate it. I genuinely hate when
The
it
thing is,
snows.
I do love snow, but only in the right conditions, as in, like, inside is blazing hot and I've got all the proper snow wear, then I can do snow.
No, I can't because to me it's like okay. First it snows and it's like it looks good, fab. Then people trample over the snow, so then it starts to get. It feels very gets very
Oh, yeah, it gets
dirty.
slotchy in it.
Then it turns to ice. And then that is just a whole madness in itself. And then it's the days and days and days of the ice melting. In some parts, everything's fine. The other streets, you hit the corner, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is absolutely nuts. Like I hate it. Thankfully, I haven't slipped, thank God. But I've seen people get off the bus, slip on their ass. This woman, she literally just stepped off the bus that I was getting on and slipped straight on her ass, smack bang, and hit her head. It's just like, this is just, I don't like it. And I don't like the disruptions to
People have
TFL.
died, right, from slipping on ice before, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah, I'm sure there's been like articles about people who've slipped and died.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't surprise me considering if you slip and lick your head, then yeah. Or do you know what I mean? That wouldn't. And then all the TFL kerfuffle, like this week has just been a nightmare. I've not been able to get from A to B at all. At all. But yeah, you like the snow?
Yeah,
Enjoyed
sorry.
it?
I mean, in comparison to your week, I don't feel like mine's just been as wet and wild, for lack of a better word. It's just been cold because there was a heating outage for days in my area.
Oh,
So when it was snowing, obviously, so you can tell I was very much shiver me timbers. But you know, we're coming out into a warmer week. But what I will say is, I don't feel like my heaters though are heating up to full capacity. I don't know if you felt like this. Like the heat that's coming out of the heaters ain't like real heat. So you still
someone
feel
else has said
cold.
this to me. I think it was Rochelle, my hairstylist. She said that to me.
So it feels like you're still cold. Like usually
Freezing.
my house, yeah. I mean, this is crazy. Used to turn the heating up to 30 degrees, right? That was the highest it would go.
Okay, I was like, I don't even know how you can measure it. Like, mine's just
Mine's
not like a measurement.
like when you turn it on, it goes up by heat. So you put up to the highest.
I don't know.
So I put up to 30. I usually go up to 30, it's the highest. And usually within an hour, my house is hot. I've had it up to 30 for 3 hours and my house is still like lukewarm. It's like the heat is not heating properly.
It's not. Things are not like radiating like they used to.
The amount of layers that I went into bed last night was actually a joke. Like it was actually a physical joke. Like I had a vest, a long sleeve shirt, a jumper, like pajama bottoms, thick socks, and my dressing gown. This is me fully stepped. This is before I get into the bed with the quilt and a blanket. That was how many layers I had.
Have you got your heated blanket yet?
I don't have a heated blanket.
You need to get
I
one.
know, I keep talking about
Mine
getting
just
one.
came yesterday, but I just turned it on this morning and it was
Game
like
changer?
wonderful. It was good. It was good. It was good. Although it didn't get as hot as I remembered it in the past, but then I have to remember, like back in uni, I had that heated blanket on for 8 hours minimum. Ever blazing, dehydration, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So when I had it on for like 30 minutes, I thought, wow, this is really not ramping up, but maybe that's why. But
Oh,
no, I
didn't you
love
say
that
you got
blanket.
the dual?
Yeah,
I can't say the
dual
word.
dual controller, so that I can control, Mo can control. But I don't think it's split. So like, if one person turns it on, it's on.
Oh, so it's not like half of the blanket warms up.
Well, no. Well, actually,
That's
no.
what-
From my understanding, no. I think it's more so like if one person forgets to turn it off, the other person can. I think. I'm gonna try. I'll let you know.
Test it.
I will let.
Let
you
me see.
know.
But the thing is, I want to. I mean, this last thing I always say blankets. The two things. I want a blanket for underneath my like bedding.
That's what I'm talking
And then
about.
I want a heated blanket, which is like the actual blanket throw that you put
Oh
over you.
no,
I
I'm
want
talking about the one
two,
under the
basically.
bedding.
No, I want two basically, but I have zero.
You should get one of those thermal jumpers. No, like not. I'm not talking about like thick layer.
No, I know it's those jumpers that you can like that heat up, like the heated blanket.
Yeah, they got the heat pads on them.
No,
you should
I
get
don't
them.
want one of those.
I'm just gonna get you one.
What, for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you
I
can buy
didn't.
it, child, you can
I
buy it,
didn't.
but
I
can't
didn't.
buy it.
Because
So
if
what did you
anything
get me?
happens, I don't want it to be.
Okay.
I don't want it to be held accountable.
What'd you get me instead?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Anyway, this week, as you said, has a lot has been going on. Too much has actually been going on.
Way too much.
I don't even know where to start. So maybe it's easiest to start at the top. And the top is with our Shawty Wop.
Oh, I didn't know what the top was. I didn't think that was gonna be the top, but that can be the top.
First, no?
It's been, but things have been going on for days and days and days. I can't tell you from the root to the tutor, as in like what started and what not started.
Okay, so we're talking about the Shawty Wop.
I hate you saying that.
I love Shawty Wop.
I've seen you on Twitter with it, and I've been like, oh my gosh.
I was this close to changing, not my handle, but you know the name bit of Twitter to Shawty Wop.
Please, I'm begging you.
Let me tell you
do
why.
not do that.
I don't like London slang, right? Heavily influenced by patois and other cultures, whatever's a blend, all these different things. But American slang, it's like, what influences American slang? Like, as a genuine question, what influences American slang? Because
I ain't got a clue.
Where would you put Shawty Wop together? And what does that even mean? So
that feels like more of like a country slang. So I don't know where Diddy got that from, because I thought he's from New York.
Out with the young girls, probably the young girls in the country.
He's definitely been hanging out with the young girls, honey. That's a fact.
Because listen, the funniest thing, which shouldn't have been funny, the funniest thing in this whole Carisha, Young Miami versus Diddy's girls thing, is when Diddy comes out to defend Carisha and says, that's my Shawty Wop. I was thinking, Diddy, please.
Honestly, do you know why I find it so ridiculous? It was just this morning, I've seen pictures of him kissing somebody else. And I understand it that, they're both single, but they go together real bad and all this business. But I'm just like, I don't even know if I just want to visually be a part of this mess. I don't care if I'm single, he's single, whatever. I don't want to be a part of the circus and the charade. I don't.
The thing is, I feel like it wouldn't make it as much of a circus if Young Miami didn't come on the internet to fight with these other girls.
That's genuinely how I feel.
That's how it is, because I hate to say it, like, look at Nick Cannon's women. They're not on the internet fighting each other. So although optically looking at you, like, this seems too much, we can't say it's like a full-out war zone mess with the baby mothers, because we don't see them on the internet fighting with each other. Whereas Diddy's girls are always on the internet arguing with each other. And my biggest gripe with Young Miami arguing with them is Diddy is barely making these girls relevant. Beyond a picture or whatever, these girls are not having anything substantial or relevant. It's when Young Miami engages with these girls is when the blogs really pick up these girls and give them that.
I wouldn't know them without her.
Exactly. And that's what my point is. It's like, Miami, I know you want to argue with these people, but you are making them relevant. You're doing for them what Diddy can't. That's what I hate. Like, I don't want her to engage in it. I just want to leave them alone.
For me, like, just like a side note from that, I find it interesting that all these men, Diddy, let's say Nick Cannon, they all have a harem of women. Even Simon Cowell, remember back in the day?
Simon Cowell?
Yeah. His ex Anita was in it. Somebody else.
I didn't know that.
Whatever. He used to have a harem of women. Okay, whatever. He used to have a harem of women. I don't know if he was actively engaging like 1, 2, 2, but a bunch of collectives of ex-girlfriends or whatever. Okay. And they would with him and travel with him and all sorts of business or whatever. I think to myself, men have these harem of women or these powerful men that we see, but I've yet to see a female celebrity or female powerful, rich, let's say woman have a harem of men. So where's Oprah's harem of men? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, like, where are all these men? Because why do these men have all these women and they claim that they can't be by themselves? They got to share love and they're this and they're that. And I'm like, really? Or is it just because?
I mean, not to quote him, because I can't remember the specific quote, but Dr. Umar, has been doing some interviews recently. And the thing is, I catch a couple of them here and there. I'm not going to say any further really from that. It's not like we're not aligned in our beliefs as such. But anyway, the point is, he was talking about alpha males, like true alpha males, do not prescribe to monogamy. And women who want true alpha males, basically, I'm just paraphrasing, don't want to be with a monogamous man. So they're okay by being in like a
Polyamorous.
like a polyamorous situation like that they kind of expect. If I find the full clip, then I'll send it to you. So he was basically saying like it's just the way it goes. So I think Charlemagne was asking him, so like, do you have a wife or whatever? And I think he basically said he's got, you know, a few women basically, because, you know, that's just how that alpha male thing is set up. And so I was thinking a little bit like, okay, whatever. But there might be a slight truth in this, and not maybe so much as alpha, but when you were talking about powerful men, you're starting to see the emergence or whatever. And this is an unknown thing. I think, obviously, not to get historical, but if you go back hundreds of years, if you go back in history, you know, it's not uncommon for kings who are powerful men to have more than one woman. So there must be a thing to it, you know. I don't know the full sociological breakdown, but what I'm saying is there might be a thing to it.
I no, I did see that. I heard that, and there definitely seems to be like a link between men with power and status maybe having more than one woman. Obviously, the local Joe might have more than one woman on the go, but we're talking about like powerful men in this circumstance. I don't necessarily believe that alpha men like cannot be monogamous, and do you know,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe that they can't. I think some choose to not be.
yeah. So for me, oh yeah, I definitely think some choose to not be,
yeah.
because you know what it is for me. It's like when I hear these things, it's like there's no one on earth you're telling me you're giving in any of these relationships, the people or the women who are in these relationships, situationships, whatever they are with you, they're always giving more than you. You are just showing up, maybe some gifts, some accessories, maybe a few instances of intimacy, but you're not really ever sharing your life with that person. Maybe you lot are going out and doing fun things and making memories and stuff like that, but you're not, because it's just like when Nick Cannon was speaking this week, like he feels guilt because he doesn't have enough time to spend with all his children, basically. There's almost, they're missing something, he's missing something. It's like this with these relationships. There's no way these people are 100% fully connected and blah blah blah. Maybe the women are giving a lot more and are into it a lot more than the man, but I genuinely do not believe this one person can have multiple connections that are worthy of all of these people to be on the same like status or level. I genuinely do not believe that, and that's just my opinion. That's how I feel.
Well, I feel like, but yeah. I feel like though in every relationship though, your partner can't actually meet all of your needs. I feel like maybe your partner meets maybe like 80% of your needs. So I feel like in that situation, they are of the understanding that he's not going to meet all my needs, but if he at least meets this 60 or whatever percent, that's fine. And so they're okay with the there without. But that reminds me of, I think there's some American TV show called Sister Wives. I don't really watch it, but they've been on my TikTok.
And they got cancelled. I saw, but go on.
Yeah, but I think they only got cancelled this year because they've just done one-to-one sit downs last month. Anyway, the point is they've come all over the TikTok, and the point is this polyamorous relationship that has been famous, had this series for years, is now breaking up. So the last season, one of the wives decided to leave, Christine. Then the other wife now, since the show has ended, Janelle. See, I know all their names because the TikTok keeps coming up.
Janelle's his stepsister.
I didn't know that.
I read one of the wives with the stepsisters, but go on. Go on, sorry, go on. I'm sorry, I know I threw you off, but go on.
Janelle is separated. Mary, he's actually left her. Okay.
That was the original one, right?
That was the original.
Yeah, he's
and then
done with her.
Current one, Robin. I'm really good with names because I have not watched the show in life, but I know the name. Robin, she was the last wife. She's the most fresh wife, but she doesn't want to be with him if it's just her and him. So she's begging him to get some more wives.
That's so funny.
She said she does not want to be in a monogamous relationship.
But I read the other wives left because they felt like he was favoritizing
yes,
her.
and that was the point. The other wives and him have had a lot of issues since he got with Robin, because Robin is his favourite and he makes it clear. But Robin does not want to be with him if it is just her being with him. She does not want to be in a monogamous relationship. She wants to be in a polyamorous relationship.
She wants him a little bit of the time. Pay the bills, it'll be right.
So I guess it works for everyone. But I think we've kind of like gone onto a tangent. My original question I had to you about this whole Shawty Wop situation is, I was on the phone to our older sister, And she was basically, we were talking about Diddy and Young Miami. So she was basically saying to me, like, do I feel like I could be a Shawty Wop, basically? So I said, it really, really, really depends.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends. I feel like I'd have to be the Robin of the sister wives, as in, if I got into a Shawty Wop situation, it's not because I believe I'm about to marry this man and ride off into the sunset, okay? It means he might be getting something from me and I might be getting something for him. It's all for the benefit. Now, the only way I can really prescribe to it is if the things that I give him are first very minimal physically, okay? And then the other things are like, you know, like Miami's making Diddy like relevant and cool to the kids. I can make you cool.
You think Young Miami is making Diddy relevant to the kids?
Yeah. She's making his liquors relevant. She's got hit TV shows on his show. He's out here using lyrics like Shawty Wop and Real Bad. When he's releasing music, people are wanting to see what's going on. He has her on his songs. Yes, I think she's helping to make him cross over into a younger brand. I do think so. Sorry.
I'm going to leave the public to decide. Guys, you vote. Let us know. We're going to put a poll up.
But I'm not the only one to think that. That's the narrative on the internet.
I would
say that my narrative.
I'm not saying that she hasn't helped Revolt TV, because I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not saying that she hasn't helped Revolt TV. But yeah, no.
No, she's helping him to stay young and current. That is the reality of the situation. People who are into City Girls in Miami and Young Miami, especially the younger people, weren't necessarily, I don't think, speaking about Diddy before he got involved. Not to say they didn't know Diddy, but Diddy was not on the tip of the tongue.
I get that, but I don't even know if that audience is... Okay, never.
Well, they're keeping up with them real bad. Okay, so but because you interrupted me, as I was saying,
I was shocked.
I don't know
genuinely
why you're shocked.
I just was.
Can I ask why? Because now I feel like I've come off my Shawty Wop tangent. So if you don't feel like Diddy, if you don't feel like Young Miami has helped Diddy to be relevant to younger audiences, what do you think? If you think she has done for him?
I think she's helped Revolt TV.
Carisha Please is a good show, but outside of Carisha Please,
I don't know, because maybe I'm not in the circles with the young peoples and all that stuff. I don't know, but apart, the only thing that optically I can see is, yes, like Revolt TV or whatever, and yes, people are talking about Diddy a lot more, especially like the blogs in particular, like all the American blogs. Yeah, they're definitely speaking about him a lot more, but.
And that helps with relevance. If the blogs are speaking about you,
yeah, that helps him with relevance. But I don't necessarily feel like it's like it's a huge shifter. Like maybe it's moved things a little bit, but like on a scale, it's definitely not hitting more than like half an inch.
Well, the thing, it's not even about scale. If you think about it, she's not going to turn him into Beyonce because she doesn't have the clout herself. She doesn't. Way. So it's not going to be.
I think it's mutually beneficial for them. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's mutually beneficial, and the benefit she gives him is helping him to stay relevant.
I think people can think that, but I can't be convinced. That's just it. I can't.
So if it's not to help to relevant, you think the benefit of him being with her is helping Revolt?
I just don't feel like the benefits of she's giving to him are that large. That's it. I can't be convinced. You could give me statistics and all these different things. I can't be convinced.
I'm not telling you the benefits are large, but I'm telling you that is the benefit he has with her. I'm not telling you the size.
Well,
of the benefit.
that is the benefit. That's the benefit that everyone sees. I don't have to see the benefit, and if I don't think there is a benefit to see, I'm not going to see it.
That's fine. I'm not trying to push the benefit. I'm asking you then, if that is not the benefit you see, what is the benefit?
I'm telling you, I don't see one. Hence why I can't give one. What apart from Revolt TV and the pictures that they post on the internet that go viral? I don't know.
So then you don't think that their relationship is mutually benefit? It's just works.
I think it's mutually beneficial in the sense of, yes, people are talking about Diddy, but I don't think this is translating into a lot more stuff. Like I just genuinely don't think. I think he had the pull before that. That's what I genuinely believe.
So then I think your point to the end of it is then it's not mutually benefit for them.
Well, no.
It's working more
like I said to you. Well, it definitely is helping more in her favor, but like for me, it's not like.
And I think that's okay.
One's going to the next. I mean, I said it. You're the one who's quizzed me on the dimensions and the depth of what I've said.
I'm
and to me,
but I'm saying to you,
because
you're mutually benefit. If you don't think there's a benefit, you just think it works.
I said to you the benefit of Revolt TV. That was the benefit that I had, and you kept asking me what are the other benefits, and I told you I don't see the other benefits. And for me, for helping Revolt TV, I think that's beneficial for him because I don't know what's going on with Revolt TV. However, I don't think that's everything else. I don't think it's moved, but I definitely think he's helped her. I mean, stay in the blogs.
Yeah. So there we go. So there you go. Mutual beneficial.
Okay. Anyway, perfect. Shawty Wop. You want to be a Shawty Wop?
No, I don't want to be a Shawty
You
Wop.
can
I was considering being a Shawty Wop. If I had to do what Yung Miami was doing for Diddy, then it's not that much of a. It's not that much of a. It's not that much of a burden where I would be like, okay, I can't. If I was expected to do minimal things to get out, maybe what she might be getting out of it, I couldn't see why. Like, she's not like she's falling in love with the man. Well, I don't know if she is, but it's not like I'd have to fall in love with the man and get married to the man. So
no, she doesn't. They get to travel. They take nice pictures.
So it's perfect.
They do that. They're helping out each other.
I'm sure in another life you would have been a Shawty Wop. You know, you just never know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a Shawty Wop, but I can't. All this fighting on the internet and all of this, whatever, it's too much.
I don't think you have to fight on the internet. That's Yung Miami's stance.
Yeah, no, that is her style.
That is her stance on it. No offense to her, but yeah.
And also, now that he's got another child, I'm just trying to understand why he's going to have all this time for all these people. But you know what? Actually,
grown, ain't they?
No, he's got the new one.
No, but when you were saying,
I'm talking about the new one.
Oh no, I know you're talking about the new kid. I was saying that when you said, "Oh, how's he gonna have time for all these people?" I thought you meant how's he gonna have time for all his kids.
No, all these people's in the Shawty Wops.
Yes, and that's why I was about to say. Then I said, "Oh, most of his kids were grown."
Yeah, and that's what I said. I'm talking about the baby.
I interrupted you, and then I was explaining my interruption, and I got what you said, but then you interrupted me, tried to explain why I interrupted you.
Okay, I see it. Okay,
there.
Yes. Well, anyway, big up to all the Shawty Wops out there, and those of you who want to be Shawty Wops, aspire to be Shawty Wops, or following in Carisha's footsteps. Good luck on your mission that you have.
Fabulous.
Amazing. But yeah, so apart from that, from what I've seen, what else has been populating the news? Apart from, well, I mean, really, I think it's the Meg, Tory, and Kelsey that's been not only in like social media, but really like mainstream media has been everywhere, because at this point there's so much he said, she said, it's so confusing. And to me, the turning point last night was when they were saying that Meg's former bodyguard didn't show up. I was like, what is happening? That was like, things are getting strange now. And I don't know if he showed up because I haven't seen, but I hope he's okay. Like, I hope he hasn't gone missing, because that would really throw a spanner in the works and just add to the confusion as to what's happening in this court case.
Yeah, I think he is missing. I just hope he's safe wherever he is. Like, either he's hiding himself versus someone hiding him.
Maybe he just didn't want to testify. He didn't want to get involved, so he thinks hiding's better.
That's what I'm saying. If it's him hiding himself, then happy days. Do you get what I mean? It's just hoping that nothing untoward has happened to him. I think really in this whole case there's a lot to unpack because a lot's going on. I hope one day we actually just find out the truth of the situation. But what seems to be clear is that there's been a lot of betrayal in this story. It's just confusing where the betrayal has come from, whether it be a former lover betrayal, Tory, her lover, clearly hurting her, or her best friend shooting her. It's between one of the two that has done this to her. I don't think it worked in Meghan's favour to lie in that Gayle King interview and say that she's never had sexual relations with Tory and then get on the stand and tell us that she did.
You think so?
I don't think, no, because people are saying that, see, she's a lie. We've said she's a lie the whole time.
That's true, but she didn't. That's true, but she didn't lie in court though. An interview and court are two different things.
It's two different things. But if you've come out on a public interview to set the narrative straight about this court case that's about to come out, and you say X, Y, Z, and then get in the courtroom and then flip it, people, you told a lie. Where you told it, I think is,
how long ago did she do this interview?
This was a couple months ago. It's in the summer.
Oh gosh, yeah, that don't look good, does it?
She said, Gayle King said, "Did you have sexual relations with the man?" Basically, it was the clear wording. And Meghan said, "With Tory?" And then Gayle said, "Yes." And then Meghan went, No, I did not have. No, that's ridiculous. I didn't have relations with that man. Like, no, we were just close. Like, go back and watch the interview.
Oh no.
So it wasn't even like a question of were you in a relationship with this man. Gail asked very clearly, did you have basically sex with this man? She said sexual relations. Megan outright said, no, I did not, on TV with Gail King months ago. Now she's in trial and she's admitted. Obviously, she admitted that she lied in the interview because she was ashamed.
Did they ask her that in court?
Yeah. Oh, have you not seen the transcripts?
I didn't see that bit. I've been seeing everything else. Mainly, I've been caught up in the Kelsey of it all.
No. Oh, this came out the first few days. She basically admitted that she lied because she didn't want this to basically, be about who she slept with or not, and that it's really embarrassing for her boyfriend Hardy
Yeah,
to have to deal with it.
That makes sense.
To have to deal with all this, and that she says it's people are turning it into arguing about who she slept with versus who shot her. Which I agree.
I saw the bit about like embarrassing for Party, but I didn't know what I thought she meant about the whole thing in general. I didn't know about the Gail King thing.
I think it's the idea of the whole thing embarrassing that people are arguing about who she slept with, and that's why she lied.
Do you know what? It's so crazy to me because it's like before, to me, it was like very he said, she said, between this is her version of it and this is Tory's version of it. When Kelsey took the stand, I did not know what the hell happened. Do you know why? Confliction, denial, pleasing the Fourth Amendment.
The Fifth Amendment.
No, that's what she said.
Oh,
you didn't read the transcript for that one. Instead of her saying, "Oh, like I plead the Fifth," she said, "Can I please the Fourth?"
Oh, LOL.
The people have been like taking the bit. No, she said, "Can I please the Fourth Amendment?"
Who is her lawyer? Sorry.
I don't understand what's happening because then they played. Apparently, they wouldn't let some sort of interview she had with the prosecutor. A few months ago, they wouldn't play that. The judge says no, we can't play it. But then after her behavior on the stand, they played the full thing in court. So now they're using that as evidence.
I heard that they've also used the evidence of her diss song that she put out to Megan after
she put out a diss song.
Yes, and in the diss song, I can't remember, but she said something about something shot you, blah blah blah. It's talking about the whole shooting incident. They also played that.
Why would she do that? Because Megan went straight to the police afterwards. Like, hello, girl. That's a bad idea.
Let me tell you why I asked who her lawyers are. Because the legal advice is not advising. She went into the court. She asked for immunity, right? No, let me say. If you ask for immunity, that's because you're going to say something that's going to criminalize yourself. The court awarded her immunity. Therefore, you are free to talk up all the things you need to without being criminalized.
So why does she keep saying, I don't know?
Then she says, after pleading the immunity and getting the immunity, she then wants to please the Fourth or plead the Fifth and didn't answer any questions. When she was like really badgered to answer questions, she kept saying she didn't know, she didn't remember. That legal tactic makes no sense to me. You have immunity so you can speak. You refuse to speak. Then your memory can't remember. But the courts clearly have your diss song and your previous interview where you do clearly remember. Something in the milk ain't clean. And I know we've been looking at Tory, but the best friend's actions aren't matching up to me.
Well, like I said, to me, it was like a binary case. He said, she said. She comes on, Kelsey, I don't understand what the hell goes on. When they asked her, like, did Tory pay for the lawyer? She said she don't know. How you don't know? You know. It's one or the other. And now that she's married as well, I'm so confused by even more information. It turns out he's working for the 10501 label or whatever.
Oh my gosh, with Carl.
Yeah. He works as one of the execs or whatever. Yeah, Carl was on the internet saying, "Oh, now that things are going awry in the case, basically, they want to blame the label or whatever." But it's all so messy. And then it's like, Kelsey, what type of friend were you and Megan? I don't understand because the diss track, the maybe the shooting, the not shooting, and also, why am I pleading immunity if I didn't pull the trigger? I'm not saying she did, but I'm just allegedly. Why would I plead immunity?
But why would you plead immunity and not say anything? That's what loses me. Who is her legal team? I hate to say it. I mean, it's all alleged, but Kelsey, girl, please tell Tory to pay for some better lawyers because the lawyers he got you, girl, is confusing.
To me, I think the court should just deem her as an unreliable witness. And it's so crazy because she could have been a reliable witness for either parties. Instead, maybe this is her tactic, actually. Maybe this is the tactic. Scramble it. Because in that way, it's like, I'm not loyal to one, but I'm not loyal to the other. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe this is the tactic.
For me,
conspiracy theory.
Very conspiracy. But hey, for me, the difficult thing is if I was Megan, I would feel so hurt. My best friend and my man or old man or whatever man he was to her both of them were in this car this salacious night. One between the two of them have shot me. Like, this is the most insane thing to be fighting over in court. Like, it's nuts.
It's so confusing to me because this is what I don't understand. Did the gun go off accidentally? But it couldn't, because Meg said that she was shot at like
She was
5
shot
times.
a couple times, and she was outside of the car when she got shot. And I think Tory and Kelsey were both inside the car.
So then I also saw something about apparently he punched Kelsey in the face.
Yes,
I don't understand what's going on.
He dragged her back into the car or something. I think she said that in an interview, former interview, but then is saying she doesn't know what happened.
But then I also saw that they were saying that they don't have basically the evidence, or the DNA on the gun is kind of inconclusive for Tory. And if somebody shoots a gun 5 times, it should be very
conclusive.
But like, I don't know. This case has scrambled my head.
I hate saying it because we sound like Inspector Gadget. Well, they did say. But they did say that gun residue was found both on Tory and Kelsey.
But but I guess if the gun goes off in the car,
it's gonna
close proximity. Do you know what? I don't know. But what I will say is Kelsey is the worst witness.
But you're saying this could be a tactic.
It has to be a tactic. If this is not a tactic, what is this?
Girl, this is
a mess.
This is like the longest episode of Blue's Clues, this trial. I hate it.
And you know what I hate about all of this is that Megan is truly embarrassed. She wants to be over this. She's done with the shenanigans and the games. Tory and Kelsey, I feel to me, are playing big games, because also I saw, and no shade, I saw Tory bring his son to the court case. And I thought to myself, this is not it. This is not a child's playground.
You're going to bring your son to your trial where you are on trial for shooting someone and possession of a firearm. You think it's appropriate to bring your son here?
I don't understand. It's so strange.
Games.
I think it's all games for imagery.
Also, wants to be seen as the doting father. You don't need to bring your son to a court case where they're talking about adult themes. They're talking about you sleeping with
the child
two friends
what's going
and
on?
the gun stuff. It's crazy.
If there's a child on the iPad in the courtroom, I need to know. Children don't even sit still for church, weddings, no food. So how they should sitting still and being quiet for a court case where daddy might have shot someone? I don't know.
If your father was on trial for shooting this woman, do you think you'd want to go to the court case?
How old am I in the scenario?
Oh, I'll give you an age where you have a little bit of cognitive thing.
Actually,
about 10.
No, I wouldn't go at all.
Okay.
Do you know why? Court cases are really about like assassinating people's character. And I'm going to be crying there, oh no, don't say this about my daddy.
But what if they have some convincing arguments that you're looking at your daddy like,
damn, daddy.
Damn, daddy, side-eye.
I don't know, would you go?
Again, depends on how old I am. But I know how fast a mix-up I was as a child. So I might have wanted to go see what was going on. Maybe the first day, might not come back for the rest of the week. But I may have gone to see what was going on.
Court seems quite long and boring as well.
It does.
To be honest,
but
I don't know.
I would have felt like maybe I was in an episode of How to Get Away with Murder or Legally Blonde or something.
Do you know what? You're the best person to answer this for me. Why does Joe Budden not like Meg? I saw him talking about he's going to be talking about this or whatever. He's seen her do some horrible stuff to people. I'm thinking, what is happening?
I actually don't know. I saw that clip and I have heard him lightly talk about this Meghan and Tory stuff before, like when it first had happened, but it was just kind of all speculation. But I have no idea. I don't listen to his podcast as much after he split up with the former co-host Rory and Mal. So I really actually
used to love that podcast.
Him, Rory and Mal, they used to have a synergy. My favorite is when they used to read out lyrics, like when they used to do dramatic readings of Nicki Minaj's lyrics. It used to be so funny. Barbiana, like I always remember that. It was good. But yeah, I don't know what his problem is, but I think whether she's done horrible things to people that you know, I don't think right now is the time to assassinate her character while she's doing a trial for somebody shooting her. I just don't think it is.
I don't know what it's motivated by, but then there's been a lot of men hating women in the press this week, so I don't know.
Men? Baby.
You ain't gonna tell me twice.
I mean, I guess we have to start with what else was trending this week.
Yes, so talking about men hating women, although I feel like that's an awful segue to say men hating women.
Hated a woman.
Do you know what? I saved this because I want to be very clear. I don't want to be paraphrasing. I want to say the words that this person says. Although, whenever I watch videos and people do stuff like this, They all say allegedly. Do I need to say allegedly? Those come from the
You
person's
always
mouth.
have to say allegedly, even if it's come out the person's mouth. Always, always. The Americans love to sue for for everything. Always
Child,
and
they sue
allegedly.
me again. No, but
They
yes.
ain't getting a dime, child. You might work like a safe. Anyway.
Okay, so Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, posts a picture of Ashanti and Jermaine Dupri and put, I know. And I'm saying it like how it's real. I know. I think he means I don't know.
I know.
I know. That's a lot of weight gain since 2007. No hate queen, but body done, 3 exclamation marks. Body done is in caps, by the way.
Okay.
And then I guess he got some backlash. And then he puts, look, I think Ashanti is a beautiful black woman in caps. I've posted a number of positive posts that no one ever runs with. In this day and time, it's not uncommon for people to have surgery. My question was for my page. I'm not a blogger, nor am I trying to be or disrespect her in any way.
Mm-hmm.
I salute all her natural assets. I was merely posing a question. Salute to her and all her accomplishments. Everybody calm down. My issue with the first post, the second post, what have you, you've taken a picture of her
at 17.
Why don't she was she 17 in 2007?
I think somebody told me that she was 17 in that photo.
Was she 17 in 2007?
I
I don't know.
Maths.
No, because she's
Go
40 now. Isn't it? Well, anyway, okay. What the point is,
Anyway.
the point is, you take a picture in 2007. It is now 2000. We're about to be 23. So let's say we're about 15 years. 15 years. A lot changes in 15 years. Kevin should know that because I bet his body don't look the same. Not to body shame. I'm just saying your body changes in 15 years, especially for women. You carry weight differently. Your metabolism starts to slow down. This is just how life works. For you to comment on someone's body and say, oh, well, did they get surgery from a picture of them 15 years ago? Wait, also, what's all this 15 years business? Read Piers Morgan and his wife last week, whatever.
Honestly.
When someone's in their 20s and young, slim, active, metabolism is high, to where I'm a grown woman, my body's a little bit different, more curvy. Why are you shaming me for that? And as if I had surgery. Surgery is not a bad thing, but why go to that first? It's not your business.
And I mean, listen, I can't say who's had surgery or not. Ashanti doesn't specifically look like she's had surgery, in my opinion. And we always see her talking about her wellness, and I mean, doesn't mean that she doesn't have surgery. But the point is, it's like it's just irrelevant. Like the whole thing is absolutely irrelevant. It would look. It's just irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant. And he needs to mind his business, because weren't we talking about him last week? Maybe not on the pod, but
yeah, he's got bills to pay.
We were talking about the bills that he needed to pay.
I don't want to be
rude. I don't want to be rude.
Obviously, he's having issues with foreclosure and all his drama. So for you to be on the internet talking about Ashanti's body
and doing posts about it, it's just tacky. Like, you don't even know her. Like, what are you doing? It's just clownery, tomfoolery, shenanigans,
Not
all
the
of the above.
In the words of Jocelyn Hernandez, shenanigans.
It's just all of the above. It's just like, what are you talking about?
It's just like horrendous.
And it's always the men built like fridges that want to be talking about women's body.
Not built like fridges.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't mean to body shame, because I don't want to do the same thing that Kelvin had done. The anger took over me, and
no, but I understand how the anger takes over you, because men are always commenting on women's bodies. Like, and guess what? If she got surgery, what then, Kevin? Please, Kevin, tell me what. Are you going to stop streaming foolish? You're going to stop streaming.
No.
Sorry, go on.
Is his name Kevin or Kelvin? I always feel like I've got it wrong. It's Kevin.
I actually think
it's Kevin, right?
Hollywood Unlocked said Kevin.
Okay.
But his name is the real Kelvin.
That's what I'm saying. I've always been confused. Because hasn't Wendy called him Kevin? But then his thing says Kelvin.
Well, Wendy's always about little Kev. So I guess they've just kept the same nickname.
I don't know.
Big Kev, little Kev.
100 names. Honey. All it is I honestly feel like you should keep women's weight out of your mouth. Honestly. Keep it out your mouth, child.
Mind your own business. And as we know, he's got a lot to worry about.
He does.
No tea, no shade. That's true.
I keep seeing old clips of Wendy Williams.
She's on the mend.
I know, but I miss her on that talk show, giving it, sassing it, loving it.
Getting everyone's names wrong, getting all the stories wrong.
The facts were never right. They were absolutely never
I hated
right.
the producers more than... It's the producers who I blame and not Wendy, because either you're not prepping her well or I don't know.
The facts were never, ever, ever, ever right. But I enjoyed the comedic delivery that she would get.
Sherry's doing her thing, although I'm not watching.
The thing is, I have not watched the Sherry
Don't
show.
even mind.
None. I have actually
big up
not
Sherry.
watched it. So
glad
I
for her.
might. I know she had the Green Eyed Bandits on this week, so maybe I'll have a
Yeah,
look,
there
but
was
I
a little
won't.
bit of stir about what the Green Eyed Bandit said, but I ain't gonna get into it.
I ain't gonna get into chat, but we will get into the poor decision of the week.
Yes, so poor decision of the week. I mean, every aka Herms with a rebrand, as everybody knows, have been caught out this week, or at least a driver's been caught out this week for dumping packages in the woodland areas. So all those times you've been waiting for your package, or your package may have gone missing, and you know they have no customer service to call, email, or complain to. Zero. Yeah, you just haven't got it, period. You haven't got your delivery. It might have been in the woodlands. And to me, absolute liberty. Has he been fired?
I think they've arrested him
Oh,
for something
they've
about stolen
arrested?
goods or something. Because I think they're saying it's like stolen goods.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess it is stolen. So,
yeah, I guess. Well, I guess
Let
it
me
is
just
stolen.
check the article, but go ahead.
I guess it. Oh my gosh, I guess it is stolen.
He has been arrested on
damn.
charges
Damn,
of
punishment.
suspected stolen parcels or theft or whatever. I don't
Because he wasn't even opening them. The pictures I saw, it was like just like abandoned in the woodlands.
Oh.
Like I didn't. He wasn't stealing and using.
Well, apparently, what? Okay. What I will say is, I don't know if it was an every worker that done it, but it was every parcel he targeted, because these deliveries were stolen from a delivery depot that was owned by every.
Oh no, okay.
But they have Amazon packages, because this is an Amazon box with the Christmas sticker.
Damn.
Listen, all I know is two of my every packages haven't come yet. So we
one
hope
of
to
mine
God they're on the
either.
way.
Same. Listen, it better not be the woodland, because, and you know what drives me nuts? These companies that work with them, and they know what every's like, aka Herms. Everyone knows what they're like. Why do you still work with them? Because when I want my refund back, why are we going for all this palaver? You can't tell me I'm not the only one pressing you lot. ASOS, Pretty Little Thing. You know we're pressing you. We want our money back.
Has the worst reputation for deliveries. Not only that, I'm sure they've been voted the worst delivery company in Britain, actually, the last year.
Yeah, I saw a video of one of their drivers kicking the parcel this week.
So,
madness.
So why do these companies keep awarding them these big contracts? Like, I'm just done.
I'm done. But that is our poor decision of the week. It has zero to do with us and everything to do with every. I'd love to say I want to boycott every, but I can't, because these ASOS, you can't shop in person. So I'm stuck. We're stuck. But please, every, do better. And also, that person, is it worth going to prison for stealing and dumping packages in woodlands?
Yeah,
Don't be selling them on. I'm not saying to do that. Not to give you a criminal hustle, but something. Damn.
I don't know.
Damn, something.
Son, I have no idea. But what I will say is, at this time of year with Christmas, guys, I hope all listening, I hope you get all of your deliveries.
Oh no, I'm about to order from Boots as well. Please pray for me.
Hello.
Right, thank you so much. And where to find us?
At Poor Decision Show on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. Our TikTok is up and fully going right now, so make sure you follow that.
Yes,
and then find us on Twitter at Poor Decisions UK. You can find me on Instagram at Anissa.
You can find me on Instagram at Licia Loves Food. Check out my food page, guys. Bye.
Bye.